concept because it allows a greater number of top American players to be developed and stay in the country, and that can only improve the performance of the national team, which of course improves availability of money and funding through World Cup and so on. So we think that's a good base that'll help the sustainability of strong US players for the national team.
Brett, what's the genuine desire within World Rugby to see a format like this perhaps come into the World Series 2019?
I think we'll evaluate it. This has been a bit of an experiment in a World Cup. You mean the format of the knockout?
Yeah.
So we'll look at that again, as I said before, in the World 7 Series, in the HSBC World 7 Series. I can say HSBC now for the next one because they've just re-signed today. We're having increasing numbers, 6 to 7 teams destinations that have both women and men, and therefore this format lends itself very well to the combined tournament. We like to see the women playing with the men in the same stadium, and to do that you have to change some formats.
But I mean, you said experimentation. Do you think you'd see this format as the only way that you could use it for men and women together?
No, I wouldn't say that. All I'd say is on a lot of criteria we'll evaluate what the effect of that change in format was, how applicable, how relevant is it for the 7 Series. We need to evaluate. All I'm saying is it's not out of the question that a knockout form of tournament could happen. Yeah. But we're always trying to innovate, we're always trying to find new ways to add value to the broadcast proposition, but also to the proposition for the fans inside the stadium. You have to reconcile all of those things. And of course the players as well, and the player welfare aspect. They're playing about an average of two games a day here, which is great for player welfare. We haven't seen the injury rates yet, but in a normal 7 Series they play 3 times a day. So there's all of this is more like an Olympic format in many ways.
Yes. And what can you tell us about the tender process for new venues going forward? Is there any details you can give us?
For the new venues
for the new venues for when you decide on
Series?
Yeah.
That's all, as I said, it's all being evaluated as we speak, and by September we should be in a better place to announce where those destinations are.
Can you give us any idea of numbers, how many bids you've had?
Overall, I think we had 19 serious bids for destinations around the world, so that's too many backsides for the number of chairs we have as we're playing chairs.
Was that a larger number than the last bidding?
Yes, it was a larger number, and they were all very serious and very professional bids. So we've got some tough decisions. Also, the current hosts are actually doing a brilliant job, and we've seen record numbers in attendance across the destinations in the last series and so on. So tough for someone to come in and push someone out, but people are giving it a good try.
And new countries in that list of 19 as well?
There are new countries in the list of 19, new cities and new countries.
And perhaps in that tender process, is there a desire to have more men's and women's tournaments integrated?
The desire is to integrate as many as we can. We'd like to use the men's game to promote the women's game, and so yes, we'd like it. And the cities themselves, the countries themselves, would like to try and find a way to bring those together. And HSBC is sponsoring the men and women's, and they like to see that harmony between the two events as well.
The next World Cup,
that's something that's going to be decided post this World Cup. Again, you learn from the World Cup once you've had it. You also learn how this can sit beside the 7 Series and beside the Olympics. So there's a little bit of strategizing to do, and then we'll tender the process for the next Rugby World Cup series. No, it's not one of the countries.
Brett, just can I get your thoughts on the alleged incident between Samoa and Wales and just slight overshadowing the tournament?
We've issued a statement on that. There's an investigation in progress. We can't really add anything we've already said on that. Sounds like an unfortunate incident, but we'll keep following it. There's nothing we can say.
Okay.
Brett, just back on the team, what's the Northern Hemisphere view on it? Is it similar to the Southern?
I think there's great consensus on the view on the strengths and weaknesses as it currently stands. So that's why I think we're going to be able to move quite quickly to get to a better place. I just can't define what that better place is because a lot of minds will get involved in that process.
And was it the June tests or like Super Rugby in particular that provides the move?
I mean, both protocols on both sides are already in test. There's a different protocol in test in the Southern Hemisphere than the Northern Hemisphere, so it's a matter of learning from those tests. And I think it's time, each window, we evaluate everything after each window, so the protocols, judicial, injury, everything, and that's part of the process. So it wasn't this particular June test, although there were some stronger feelings, I think, coming out from the Southern Hemisphere in particular.
Any further questions on the sevens, please, guys?
Have you had a good time?
What do you guys think of the format?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's absolutely, Anything you'd like to change?
I like. I mean, personal views. I think it adds some tension to the tournament, which is really interesting. We love it. But again, we have to evaluate it afterwards to see what that means going forward for the series or for the next World Cup. But it's worked well here. There's no question about that.
Was there anything that prevented the women's final being on the same day or the same time as the men's final?
Well, that's a whole string of reconciling broadcast times, making sure that the women have got an equal place in the sun as the men have got an equal place in the sun. Look, we'd have liked to have seen more people in the stadium when the women's final played. We can't deny that, and maybe we could have reshuffled it in a different way to have got a better crowd at that time. We probably underestimated the effect of the US defeat and how that deflated the tournament at that particular time. A little bit unfortunate. Everyone's back today, which is great. And again, we'll learn from that. But I think it was one that was difficult to forecast.
Sorry, one more point on that is we're also trying to balance the rest periods and the welfare needs of the men's teams in terms of giving fairness and equality to rest periods between the semi-finals, the quarter-finals and semi-finals.
Thanks.
Thanks very much. Thanks.